Welcome, heroes, to the sanctum of the Lost Codex. Archmage Khadgar has told us on the recent push on Suramar City, and that the time to assault the Nighthold has finally come. Before you charge into Elison's fortress and lay siege to the palace, it would be best if you had an understanding of the city and its history, as well as the sorts of people you are bound to face. Come, gather around and listen, as we take a journey 10,000 years into the past. Suramar, the shining jewel of the ancient Kaldorei Empire. Second only to the capital city of Zinajari, Suramar stood as a testament to the grand majesty of Queen Azshara's empire. Built upon a network of arcane ley lines, Suramar City had an elaborate tunnel system constructed beneath it. These tunnels, known as the Archway, were equipped with arcane coils that allowed the Highborn to feed directly off the ley lines, and help Suramar and its surrounding regions become a bastion for arcane knowledge. The elite Moonguard founded their headquarters on the city's outskirts, while the Academy of the great city of Narthalas was established just outside Suramar's borders. Home to some of Azshara's most loyal servants, Suramar served as a base of operations for a sect of highborn sorcerers who, among having many other responsibilities, specialized in the acquisition of artifacts of great power. Among the most powerful artifacts acquired by these elves were the ancient Pillars of Creation. These artifacts would play a crucial role in the survival of Suramar during the devastating War of the Ancients. Although the Highborn in Suramar had always been unwaveringly loyal to their queen, her alliance with the Burning Legion fueled the flames of doubt. The leader of Suramar's Highborn, Grand Magistrix Elisond, saw how much of the Night Elves' empire had been sacked and polluted in the wake of the Burning Legion's march. Elisond would soon learn that the Legion had plans for Suramar to be turned into a demonic staging ground, and would serve as a site for a second portal to be opened for Legion troops to stream through. The portal was being formed within Suramar's Grand Temple of Elune, and Elisond was unwilling to risk the utter destruction of Suramar City and its people. The Grand Magistrix and her allies severed their ties to Queen Azshara's Highborn, and sought out the Pillars of Creation to neutralize the portal to the Twisting Nether. Armed with the Pillars of Creation, Elisond and her loyal followers stormed the Temple of Elune, destroyed the Legion forces present, and wove great elaborate spells through the pillars, sealing the gateway and locking it with complicated, unbreakable seals. With the temple sealed and the demons of Suramar vanquished, the resident Highborn turned to securing their future. In order to maintain control over their city and give themselves a fighting chance, the Highborn created a font of power using the Eye of Aman'Thul, one of the Pillars of Creation. The font would be called the Nightwell and would be built at the city's heart. As the war waged on, rather than joining the Kaldorei resistance, the Night Elves of Suramar conjured a great shield around the majority of their city. The shield would protect them from both the fury of Queen Azshara's allies and the resulting cataclysmic sundering that happened at the end of the War of the Ancients. While parts of the outer city and land, including the Temple of Elune, were torn away and blasted at the bottom of the sea, the majority of Suramar survived, and for a time the inhabitants within remained unscathed. With the shield encasing the city, the Highborn found themselves cut off from both sunlight and moonlight. They would turn to the Nightwell as a source of nourishment, and while it would sustain the city's inhabitants, the effects of the Nightwell would forever change the people of Suramar. As time passed, the Nightwell would physically change the Highborn, altering their biology into a new race called the Nightborn. As a result, due to the creation of the Nightwell, the facilities that tapped into the ley lines beneath Suramar fell out of practice. For millennia, the Nightborn of Suramar would live off of the energies of the Nightwell, believing the shield would keep them safe while the rest of the outside world burned. In the wake of the Legion's recent return, the Nightborn of Suramar have been forced back into the affairs of Azeroth. The volatile, radiating energies of the Nightwell seized the attention of the Legion and drew the demons back to the ancient elven city. An offer was made to Elisond and her advisors. Lower the shield and surrender the Nightwell to the Legion, and the city's inhabitants would be spared a terrible fate. Resist, and the Legion would bear down upon Suramar and slaughter every Nightborn, man, woman, or child, before taking the Nightwell for themselves. The choice seemed obvious. For Elisande and most of her advisors, lowering the shield meant saving her people. But for others like First Arcanist Thalyssra, one of Elisande's most trusted advisors, surrendering and allying themselves with the very monsters that had laid waste to their lands and forced them into hiding was something that she and many others would not allow. Thalyssra decided to organize a coup against Elisande, attempting to stop her from lowering the city's shield. Ultimately, Thalyssra's coup would fail and Suramar's barrier would fall, ending a dangerous period of civil unrest before eventually leading to full-out rebellion. This brings us to the present. With much of the city now in the hands of Nightborn rebels under the command of First Arcanist Thalyssra, who's allied with the forces of the Alliance and Horde, the time to strike at the Nighthold has finally come. It is in the Great Nighthold where you will find the Nightwell. Grand Magistrix Elisande has ruled over Suramar from this palace for millennia, and it is here that you will find her most loyal advisors, along with the Legion's most notorious agents. Together, they will do everything in their power to maintain control over the Nightborn's invaluable font of power, and prevent you, the heroes, from liberating Suramar. Thanks to Thalyssra's spies, we've managed to gather intel on the powerful enemies you'll face while fighting through the palace. Far beneath the Nighthold lies a series of vaults that connect to the Nightwell, and sources have told us of the numerous obstacles that have taken up residence down there. One in particular is a beast known as Scorpiron, a massive scorpion who had absorbed a great deal of arcane energy from the Nightwell. This fiend and its countless hatchlings await you in the lower vaults beneath the palace. Further in the vaults, you'll discover the chamber at the base of the Nightwell, and the screaming vortex of energies that churn within. From the maelstrom of power, you'll encounter a chronomatic anomaly, a physical manifestation of the Eye of Aman'Thul, whose very existence warps reality and time itself. Beyond the Nightwell, you will find the decommissioned construct known as Trilliax, a once proud servant of the Nightborn aristocracy. While still active, the construct's personality matrix has withered and deteriorated, turning Trilliax into an unpredictable golem who may greet you as friend and ally, or see you as a target that must be purged from the arcing aqueducts. As you ascend up to the palace, you'll encounter many of the Grand Magistrix's most powerful loyalists. Alluriel, first spellblade of Elisande, can be found within the Royal Athenaeum. Alluriel is as dangerous with her Nightwell forged blade as she is with the schools of fire, frost, and arcane magic. Be warned, there is a reason the Grand Magistrix chose her for the rank of First Spellblade. Talarn, High Botanist of Suramar, has taken a unique approach to his lifelong study of plant life within the Nighthold. Using the energies of the Nightwell, Talarn has physically changed his form, becoming less of a Nightborn and something far more closer to the subject of his passion. Take heed, heroes, for the High Botanist's adaptability allows him to not only call upon the powers of his gardens, but also upon the powers of both the sun and the Nightwell combined. Star Augur Atreus, Astromancer of Suramar, will prove to be a difficult obstacle for you to overcome. Having dedicated his life to studying the skies beyond Azeroth, Atreus' scrying has given him glimpses of worlds far across the entire universe. What's more, is that the energies of the Nightwell and his mastery of the arcane gives him the capabilities to call upon the powers of these worlds, and bring their devastation down upon any who threaten the Nighthold. After recovering from his wounds after his defeat at the Broken Shore, the terrifying Doomlord known as Croesus now awaits those who would dare attempt entry into the Nighthold via the waterway between the palace and the Tomb of Sargeras. This fel-infused behemoth is one of the Legion's largest minions, and he's unlikely to fall so easily. Tichondrius, a name you may well be familiar with. Tichondrius played a crucial role in the Legion's invasion during the Third War. After being defeated at the hands of Illidan's Stormrage, the Nathrezim leader was sent back to the Twisting Nether, where his body reformed. Now he returns and has taken up residence within the Nighthold, in order to ensure that the Orc warlock Gul'dan doesn't fail his Legion masters once again. Grand Magistrix Elisande. When Gul'dan approached the Grand Magistrix and gave her the choice to surrender the Nightwell's power in exchange for their lives, Elisande took several days to make a decision. In her mind, she scryed out every outcome every possibility and what could be done to save her people. Having never put her own desires before the needs of the Nightborn, Elasan did what she thought was the only way to save her city: allegiance. However reluctant her decision to ally with the Legion may have been, Elasan now stands alongside them, wielding an impressive arsenal of devastating magic, including a mastery over time magic that once rivaled the Bronze Dragonflight during their prime. Gul'dan, a name that has haunted both this world and the world of Draenor for many years. Although the original Gul'dan was killed over 2 decades ago, the Orc Warlock's decision to raise the sunken temple of Elune from the bottom of the sea laid down the foundation that would pave the way for the Legion's most recent invasion. Now, having been sent to Azeroth from an alternate Draenor, Gul'dan stands atop the Nighthold, and with the combined powers of the Nightwell and the Eye of Aman'Thul, the devious Orc Warlock attempts to bring the world to its final hour by summoning the Lord of the Burning Legion, Sargeras, the Fallen Titan, into Azeroth. And with that, the time has come, heroes. The Nighthold, like all of Suramar, is both a place of ancient beauty and terrible danger. You know its history. You know its people. Now its future, and all of Azeroth's, rests on your success. Stop Gul'dan, recover the Eye of Aman'Thul, and liberate Suramar. Good luck, heroes.